Waiting on the bus is on that list of things no one really likes to do.
Sometimes I'll get up there and it's supposed to be here at 8:05 and my class starts at 8:30.
Heather Torres, who rides free as an NMSU student, says she never knows how long she'll have to wait.
But it won't get there till like 8:26, so I'll run late to class.
So it's just about 9:30 in the morning. We're on the Roadrunner Express. We're headed from the university to downtown. We're stopped right now at the transfer station. Most of the buses have to go through downtown before they go anywhere else. We talked to some people on their way to work. For a lot of people, it takes about an hour to get where they're going. Campbell Carson rides the bus most days. He's lived in Sioux City, Iowa. That's a city about the same size as Las Cruces.
Their bus fares were, I think, $1.75 one way.
$1.75 one way and no transfer. But that's in the Midwest. In Las Cruces, it's $1 a ride. Those fees only make up about 15% of what it takes to keep the buses running. That's according to the man in charge of the Roadrunner bus system, Mike Bartholomew.
You get into a really highly urbanized city, you might be pushing 30%.
Transportation is definitely his passion.
For me, there's an old Greyhound that actually, will roll itself if you push it hard on a table. Got a lot of these are pencil sharpeners, actually, these trolley cars.
He has hundreds of toy buses and oversees a handful of real ones. Not enough, according to some citizens.
People would like to see certain areas of town served better than what they are now.
He reads the notes and emails bus riders send him.
People would like to see areas that we are serving now served more frequently or at more extended hours.
A recent city survey puts it into numbers. Around 30% of respondents rated bus travel in Las Cruces as poor. Nearly 40% said it was only fair. But Las Cruces isn't New York City. Bartholomew knows that. His biggest request is
to have Sunday service, and that is because in today's economy, there's so many stores that are businesses that are open. People need to get to work on Sundays. It's not just for church. People would use transit to get to church as well, but there's a lot of people that work on Sunday.
That will take money, of course. Money that comes from the state and federal government. Santa Fe and Albuquerque have a dedicated local match of Federal Transit Authority money.
In our case, we get about a third of our funding from FTA funding for operating funding.
That money could be reduced by the federal government, but it's almost a sure bet that less money will be coming from the state. Las Cruces will lose $8.5 million from the last-minute amendments to House Bill 641.
Because we get general fund monies, could potentially be affected if the city doesn't have other revenue sources.
Las Cruces has 15 years to wean itself off the $8.5 million. What portion would be taken away from the already lean bus system is unknown. Federal funding is intact, this fiscal year anyway.
We get formula funding, and it's roughly, this year, this next fiscal year, we're going to get about $1.8 million in federal funding. That formula funding can be used for operations or it can be used for capital.
Sunday service is one way to improve. Another is bus shelters. When Bartholomew took his job in 2002, the number of shelters was surprising.
When I came here, there was 4 bus shelters in the entire transit. Four, yeah.
There are a lot more now. A good thing if you don't like sunburns. And by year's end, people like Heather Torres may have something to do while they sit and wait.
I'm hoping that if all goes well, we may have something even by the fall for real-time location, but there's still some kinks that we're trying to work out.
So even if that bus is late, she'll know about it. Sloan Patton, KRWG News.